video is going to cover the vessels, the major vessels associated with the heart, as well as the layers that we can see on the heart models and having to do with the heart. So this is the front of the heart, and the pulmonary trunk is the specific region of the pulmonary artery where the blood is going in an upward direction as it leaves the right ventricle. And then the pulmonary trunk branches to the left and right pulmonary arteries. These are arteries because blood is moving away from the heart, but the vessels are represented with blue. Pulmonary is in the name because the oxygen content is low in the blood in this vessel. The pulmonary veins, my thumb is in to hold the model together. The pulmonary veins are on the back side of the heart on both sides, coming in from the right and left side. And they are represented with red to represent that they've just picked up oxygen at the lungs, so their oxygen content is high, but the vessels are returning to the heart, so they are considered veins. The aorta leaves the left ventricle, and blood traveling through this vessel will move upward first. This is the ascending aorta. Then it arches over the top of the heart at the aortic arch, and then as it descends behind the heart, this is the thoracic aorta. For the coronary vessels, I'm going to remove this top portion. We can see the coronary vessels really nicely on this giant heart model. And they are part of the systemic circuit that serves the heart tissue with oxygenated blood and picks up waste in the venous side. And so they leave the aorta right after, just a hair past the aortic valve, which I'm looking at the top portion of here. So this is the left coronary artery, which is on the left side of the pulmonary trunk. And this is the right coronary artery on the right side of the pulmonary trunk. The right coronary artery goes around the side of the heart in the coronary sulcus and down into the posterior interventricular sulcus. And this branch off the right coronary artery is the posterior interventricular artery. From the left coronary artery, it branches quite quickly. So this is the left coronary artery. This branch goes down into the anterior interventricular sulcus, so it's called the anterior interventricular artery. And the other branch off the left coronary artery goes around the circumference of the heart back toward the backside, and it's called the circumflex artery. On the venous side, the vein, the blue vessel in the anterior interventricular sulcus is called the great cardiac vein. The blue vessel in the posterior interventricular sulcus is called the middle cardiac vein. And all of the venous blood that collects from all the tissues of the heart gathers first in a very large blue vessel called the coronary sinus, which is a particular type of vein that collects blood before it returns into the right atrium. For the layers of the heart, I'll go over to this smaller heart model. Very quickly, this is the pulmonary trunk, left pulmonary artery, right pulmonary artery. Here are the left and right pulmonary veins. This is the ascending aorta, the aortic arch, and the thoracic aorta. This would be the anterior interventricular artery and the circumflex artery. This would be the right coronary artery going over to the back side of the heart, and then this is the posterior interventricular artery. One of these blue vessels on the back side is the middle cardiac vein. One of these blue vessels in the anterior interventricular sulcus is the great cardiac vein. And then for layers, if I remove the front cover, anything that the blood touches in the inside of the heart, the lining on the inside of the heart is called the endocardium. So the papillary muscles, the chordae tendineae, the cusps of the mitral valve, all of those structures are covered in endocardium. The myocardium is the cardiac muscle tissue. That's the middle layer of the wall of the heart. And then the surface on the outside of the heart, the wrapping around the outside of the heart itself, is the visceral pericardium, that layer of the serous cavity, or you can call it the epicardium. The pericardial sac is not represented on any of our models, but we have preserved specimens that show you that sac. The pericardial cavity is the space between the visceral pericardium and the parietal pericardium. And the pericardial sac has two layers. The inner layer is the parietal pericardium. The outer layer is the fibrous pericardium, which is made of dense irregular connective tissue forming a wall around the outside of the heart.